Welcome back to the channel where we dissect the latest shifts in the automotive landscape. And today, we are discussing what might be the most important course correction in the recent history of the Volkswagen brand. For the past 5 years, if you read any review of a modern Volkswagen, from the Golf Mark 8 to the ID.4, you have likely encountered a consistent stream of complaints regarding the user interface. The move to capacitive touch sliders, haptic steering wheel buttons that you could accidentally trigger while turning, and the burial of climate controls deep within submenus has been a point of contention for journalists and owners alike. It felt like technology for technology's sake, a cost-cutting measure masquerading as futurism. But today, we have confirmation that Wolfsburg has not only heard the criticism, but is actively reversing course with their upcoming entry-level electric vehicle, the highly anticipated ID Polo. This is not just a new car, it is a statement of intent and a return to the ergonomic logic that used to define German engineering. We are looking at fresh intelligence and imagery regarding the production version of what we have colloquially called the ID.2, which is increasingly likely to carry the legendary Polo badging. This vehicle is set to replace the combustion engine Polo, a staple of European roads for decades, and the transition involves more than just swapping a gas tank for a battery pack. The biggest news, and the one that has enthusiasts breathing a sigh in relief, is the interior layout. Based on the latest spy shots and insider reports, the ID.2 or ID.Polo will officially ditch the frustrating haptic touchpads on the steering wheel. In their place, we are seeing the glorious return of physical, clicky, hard buttons. This might seem like a minor detail to the uninitiated, but in terms of daily drivability and safety, it is monumental. It means you can adjust your cruise control or volume without taking your eyes off the road to look at a flat, glossy black surface. It is a return to tactile feedback, acknowledging that muscle memory requires physical contours to work effectively. But the interior rehabilitation does not stop at the steering wheel. The reports indicate a broader philosophy shift for the dashboard architecture. While a large central touchscreen remains the command center for navigation and media, as is the standard in 2026, Volkswagen is reintroducing a rotary dial controller in the center console. This is a nod to the usability of systems like the old BMW iDrive or Mazda's current setup, which are universally praised for being safer to use while driving than pure touch interfaces. This rotary knob is expected to control volume and drive modes, and perhaps even offer a way to navigate the screen without leaving fingerprints all over it. Furthermore, below the main screen, we are seeing a dedicated row of illuminated switches for the climate control. This addresses the single biggest grievance of the ID.3 era, unlit sliders that were invisible at night. By bringing back a physical backlit strip or actual toggle switches for temperature and fan speed, Volkswagen is admitting that some things were simply better the old way. Beyond the buttons, the ID.Polo is shaping up to be a pivotal car for the mass adoption of electric vehicles. Built on the MEB entry platform, this car flips the script on the rear-wheel drive layout of the larger ID.3 and ID.4. The ID.Polo will be front-wheel drive, a decision that maximizes interior packaging and reduces complexity and cost. This platform change allows for a cavernous amount of storage space relative to the car's footprint, including a deep storage well under the trunk floor, reminiscent of the magic seats versatility we used to see in competitors. The design language of the exterior also signals a retreat from the jelly bean aesthetic of the early ID models. The ID.Polo looks remarkably like a traditional Volkswagen. It features strong C-pillars, sharp horizontal lines, and a confident stance that pays homage to the Giorgetto Giugiaro designs of the 1970s. It looks like a Golf or a Polo, not a spaceship, which is exactly what the mainstream buyer wants. They want a car that looks normal but happens to be electric. The powertrain specifications are equally promising for a vehicle in this segment. We're expecting a range of battery sizes, likely starting around 38 kilowatt-hours for the city-focused base model and going up to a 56 kilowatt-hour pack for the long-range version. This top-tier battery should deliver a WLTP range of nearly 450 kilometers, or roughly 280 miles, which is more than sufficient for a compact hatchback. Charging speeds are also getting a boost, with the ability to charge from 10 to 80% in under 20 minutes, effectively removing range anxiety for urban and suburban dwellers. And for those who crave performance, there is already talk of a GTI version. Since the GTI badge is transitioning into the electric era, replacing the GTX moniker, we can expect a hot hatch variant of the ID. Polo with over 220 horsepower, front-wheel drive, and an electronic limiting differential, promising to bring the fun of the original hot hatch into the battery-powered age. But the most critical spec of the ID. Polo is its price tag. Volkswagen has been targeting a starting price of under 25,000 euros. In a market where affordable EVs have been promised but rarely delivered by Western manufacturers, hitting this price point is essential to fend off fierce competition from Chinese automakers and the likes of the Renault 5 and Citroën E3. If Volkswagen can deliver a car with the build quality they're famous for, a usable range, and an interior that no longer infuriates the driver, all for 25 grand, they will have a winner. The return of buttons is symbolic of a larger realization within the company, that innovation should not come at the cost of usability. They are pivoting from trying to be a tech company like Tesla back to being a car company that builds solid, user-friendly transportation for the people. The release of the ID. Polo is scheduled for later this year, with deliveries likely starting in early 2026, and it represents a massive opportunity for Volkswagen to regain the trust of its loyal customer base. They tried the futuristic buttonless approach, and the market rejected it. Now they're pivoting back to what works. This car is shaping up to be the spiritual successor of the Beetle and the Golf, a car for everyone. It combines the clean, zero-emission benefits of the ID platform with the common-sense ergonomics that made Volkswagen a household name in the first place. As we wait for the official uncorking of the final production model, one thing is clear: the button is back, and the automotive world is better for it. We will be following every update on this vehicle as it moves from spy shots to showroom floors, so make sure you are subscribed to catch the full review when we finally get behind the wheel of the car that promises to fix Volkswagen's interior reputation once and for all.